Lies, especially in MAGA world, travel very fast because MAGA people pick up on the lies of Trump and Fox News and the Daily Caller, and then they run with it. And they never give a damn about fact checking. But Al Jazeera comes with more credible reporting than our mainstream news organizations here in America. So this is from Al Jazeera Fact Check. LA fire drives falsehoods, including by Trump, about water use. So I want to use their article to talk about what's going on in LA. VP Donald Trump and some social media users and pundits blamed LA deadly fires on California Governor Gavin Newsom, saying the Democrats' environmental policies enabled the blazes' danger and wreckage. As of January 12th, authorities counted at least 16 people dead, more than 14,000 hectares, or that's 35,000 acres, burned, and thousands of structures damaged or destroyed. Some social media users reposted Trump's 2018 and 2019 criticism of California's forest management policies, including false statements the then president posted as firefighters battled previous wildfires. It's not uncommon for Trump to make false claims about his political opponents during natural disasters. In 2018, he falsely said Democrats had inflated Hurricane Maria's death toll in Puerto Rico. In October 2024, he fabricated a claim that North Carolina's Democratic governor had blocked federal aid from flowing into the state after Hurricane Helene. As Los Angeles wildfire victims reeled from the destruction, we fact-checked these viral claims to see how or if California water policy and forest management factored into this disaster. Trump misleads. That's a very euphemistic way of saying things. Trump misleads about California water policy. As LA firefighters raced to contain blazes in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood on January 7th and January 8th, the area's hydrant water pressure ran low, and some hydrants stopped producing water. Trump, in a January 8th Truth Social post, blamed Newsom's management for the water issues and said Newsom had refused to allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. Governor Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow to melt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way, Trump said. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it less water. It didn't work, but didn't care about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid. Trump's post seemed to blame the water constraints on statewide water management plans that capture rain and snow as it flows from Northern California. But experts said those plans would not have affected the fire response. Southern California has plenty of water stored, said Mark Gold, the Water Scarcity Solutions Director at the Natural Resource Defense Council and a Southern California Metropolitan Water District Board member. The local water shortages happened because the city's infrastructure wasn't designed to respond to a fire as large as the one that broke out in the Palisades and elsewhere, experts said. It doesn't matter what's going on at the Bay Delta or the Colorado River or Eastern Sierra right now, Gold said. We have all this water in storage right now. The problem is when you look at something like firefighting, it's a more localized issue on where your water is. Do you have adequate local storage? Trump's reference to a water restoration declaration that Newsom refused to sign is puzzling, as such a document does not appear to exist. Newsom's press team said on social media, there is no such document as the Water Restoration Declaration. That is pure fiction, because Trump lies and Fox lies, and then MAGA takes it and spreads it as if it is like reality. That is what they do. And it's annoying. All right, Trump's transition team did not immediately respond to an email asking for clarification. After publication, a Trump spokesperson emailed PolitiFact referencing a plan from Trump's first term that would have directed more water from the federal Central Valley Project to farmers in the San Joaquin Valley. So while Trump and MAGA are talking about smelt fish, which they keep repeating for some strange reason, this is what's going on. The local water system failed because the city's infrastructure was built to respond to routine structure fires, not huge wildfires across multiple neighborhoods, experts said. Ann Jeffers, a University of Michigan civil and environmental engineering professor who studies fire engineering, says she doesn't know of any industry standard for designing city water supplies to fight the kind of fire that erupted in the Palisades. And I've already talked about this before. The drought that is going on right now is because there has been record lows as far as rain is concerned. And then they were having hurricane force winds. And some people are even theorizing that there has been arson. So all of these things put together, plus the fact that this is not the typical wildfire season, is the reason why these things are so big right now. Dryness and high winds meant that these fire events would be likely to exceed a given design basis if one even existed. Chris Fields, a Stanford University professor and climate scientist, said, "Climate change worsens these conditions." This was a comment under one of my YouTube videos yesterday. Ashley says, "Good reporting as always, Burb. Also, the media has made a lot of passive-aggressive remarks about Mayor Bass, a Black woman, being out of town when the disaster started. They acted like she was on a beach somewhere partying or something. I looked it up, and she had actually been selected by President Biden to represent the United States at the inauguration for the new president of Ghana. I may be wrong, but I think if the mayor was a white man, they'd be talking about how he hustled back so fast from this honor and not acting like they don't know where he is." And so, yes, I looked this up. You would have thought that this woman was trying to escape, like go to Cancun or something during a snowstorm. You would have thought that, but no, she wasn't. And she did actually try to hustle back. When a series of dangerous wind-driven fires broke out on Tuesday in the LA area, Mayor Karen Bass was on the other side of the globe, part of a delegation sent by President Biden to Ghana for the inauguration of its new president. Ms. Bass, a former Democratic congresswoman who became mayor in late 2022, did not return to Los Angeles until Wednesday afternoon. So a day later, by which point more than 1,000 homes had burned and 100,000 people across the region had been forced to flee from their homes. The mayor's absence has drawn criticism from some Angelenos. Many said there was insufficient warning from officials about the likelihood of devastating fires, even as weather forecasts predicted extreme danger this week. The thing is, let's be real. Even if this woman was there the same day on Tuesday, what could she have done as the mayor? She is not the fire chief. She's not any of these fire chiefs. So what is she really doing? And she missed one day. And like Nora said right here, there are at least 4 fire chiefs in the area that has 5 fires in them. The lesbian chief only has 1 fire in her jurisdiction. The other 3 are white males. So media is fanning the flames of discord when they don't mention this crucial detail, because they do keep on posting the Black lesbian lady to act like because she is an assistant fire chief or whatever her position is, that is the reason why all of this is spread like this. And the majority of the firefighters in the LA fire department are white males. So I need them to stop doing that, but they won't, because talking about DEI and being anti-woke spreads quickly, not the actual truth. And then what's wild is California Republicans are in Mar-a-Lago with Trump. A group of California Republican lawmakers opted to join President-elect Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend as the Los Angeles wildfires continue to devastate the city. This is a picture from the Midas Touch Network. It says the entire California House delegation was there except for David Valadao, who voted to impeach Trump after January 6th. They joined representatives from New York and New Jersey to discuss the SALT deduction. California Representatives Jay Obernold, Tom McClintock, Kevin Kiley, Doug LaMaffa, Daryl Eason, Ken Calvert, Vince Fogg, and Young Kim were spotted in a photo with Trump over this weekend. So look at all these people right there. Are they getting criticized? Are they getting criticized? This is literally like Ted Cruz escaping to Cancun. Karen Bass came straight back. Those men are in Mar-a-Lago right now, buddying it up with Trump right now. But Karen Bass is getting a bunch of criticism. Please make it make sense. Make it make sense. Join the conversation, like, comment, and share.
Why is Donald Trump blaming the governor of California for the wildfires raging in LA? He says Governor Newsom refused to sign a water restoration declaration that would have allowed millions of gallons of water to the areas on fire. The governor's press office pushed back, saying there's no such declaration, calling it pure fiction. We've checked and can find no record of it. But Trump's press office said he was referring to an order he signed when he was president in 2020. It sought to divert water away from Northern California to farmland further south. Newsom opposed this at the time, saying he wanted to protect a fish species close to extinction. The order was ultimately blocked by California's Attorney General, but experts say this hasn't impacted the response to these wildfires. This is because, although Southern California is experiencing a drought, most of its reservoirs are above the average water level for this time of year. Trump has also claimed that there was no water for fire hydrants. There have been reports certain fire hydrants have run dry, but this is down to high demand placing a heavy strain on the system, according to local officials and experts, not a lack of water overall. Climate scientist Daniel Swain told us there are thousands of firefighters and hundreds of fire engines drawing upon water. Ultimately, only so much can flow through pipes at a time. With vast wildfires still raging, authorities are having to battle misinformation as well as the blazes.
J.D. Vance was on television today talking about lack of competency on your part.
Okay.
What do you say to
You've
heard this almost every single day.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him. Hurricanes that were attached to fires, unprecedented wind experiences, heroic firefighters from all across the United States. We got folks from Texas, we got folks from Wyoming that have been pounding on this, the best next-gen technology. We've got these fire hawks, guys with night vision goggles, pounding these fires 24/7. We've got thousands of National Guard men and women that have been on here. We pre-positioned 120 engines, helicopters, dozers, water tenders. We did that on Sunday, 2 days before this event. So with respect to the future vice president, I didn't hear his remarks, but I would invite him, as I did Donald Trump, to visit with the community, express empathy of the scale of this tragedy, and be here for the American people that happen to reside here in Southern California.